Hi guys, Debbie Fitz Farmer here, DPP, coming to you live. I want to share something with you guys because I struggle with so many things, and a lot of you guys may not know this, but I am going to share the things that I struggle with. And this is something that I struggle with on a day-to-day basis, and I've been struggling with this for a very long time. And it took me a long time to figure out really what it was, but I know what it is now. I've known for a while what it is, but it's a constant struggle. Even my kids recognize this problem that I have. And it's really a few things, but I'm going to tell you what the struggle is. I'm going to tell you how I try to deal with it. So many people deal with this problem, and sometimes it gets diagnosed and sometimes it's undiagnosed. But I don't know about you guys, but I have a serious problem with attention. I have an attention deficit. And I always wonder why I don't care to read. And when things get really long, I drift. And reading books, reading articles, I don't know how I've gotten this far in life without reading. I don't like to read. And I can remember growing up, I was raised by a parent who could not speak. He was not able to talk. But I did, as a child, learn to read his lips. So as a child, I was also having a babysit at an early age. So I didn't really have time to read at home. I don't remember doing any reading at home as I think about it. I mean, whatever homework we had, it wasn't much. And whatever I did, it didn't require a lot of reading. So it started early with me. And as I got older, the struggle began to really expand. When I was in high school, same problem. I avoided classes. If I felt like the class was going to be too hard, I avoided it because I didn't want to struggle. I didn't want to have to try to read. And as I entered college, it became a bigger challenge for me. I had to have tutors after tutors after tutors. I even picked up these various books to try to help me overcome these things, but it was a real challenge for me. So much that I didn't finish college. I went to college, but I didn't finish because it was a challenge. It was a real challenge. I could not stay focused. And even when I go to my trainings, for whatever it is that I've had to do through insurance, it was a struggle for me. When I became licensed, and it was a lot of reading that I had to do. But what I did when I went to my classes, I took my tape recorder with me. It was a tape recorder back then. We had these iPhones. So I took my tape recorder with me and I recorded my lectures. And I knew I was not going to do well in those classrooms because I don't take notes well because my memory is so short. So I would record my lectures and I would play them back when I got home. I would play it in the car because the one thing that I've learned is how to adjust to the problem that I have. So if it's an audio book or if it's something on video, I will listen to it. Now I have to listen to it over and over and over because I'm not going to get it the first 1 or 2 times. I'm just not going to. I have to take it, listen to it, jot notes along the way because otherwise I'm not going to remember. You know, for a long time I kept wondering, what is it that's wrong with me? Why can't I retain things? What is the problem what is this? And I can remember going to different things with my daughter. I would take her with me and she would always say, why can't you just focus? Why can't you just be still? And you know, a lot of times I'll try to get her to teach me how to do things. She'll jokingly and say, I can't teach you because you're not going to be still. So that's a real problem with me, guys. I mean, I just can't be still. Even my son says it. He says, you know, when we're around, you're not tuning in. It's like you checked out. And it's because of this condition I have. I mean, when I go to different things, when I go to lectures, when I go to church, when I go to programs where it's requiring me to listen to somebody, I check out so easily. and I do all I can to try to take notes when I can, but that's even hard for me. I've had my daughter to take notes for me when she's with me because my kids are totally different from me. They don't have the problem that I have. And I had to break it down to them like I really have a problem. Even at home, my house is a whole mess. And what happens when I start working on a project, I squirrel so quickly. As soon as I work on one thing, if something else get my attention, I'm going to leave that undone and run to something else. I can't complete a task one thing at a time. I just struggle with that. And you wonder, how in the world can somebody be successful at anything with those type of problems? And I've dealt with this problem for years and years and years. I'm not a good student. I could not go back to college. I don't like to read. So how do you bypass reading? You can't. There are other things that you can do to help you with that, which again, videos. I mean, I don't mind watching a video, listen to a video, but I got to watch it over and listen to it over and over and over and over until I get it. So when you see yourself going through what I'm telling you, it's probably because you have an attention deficit. And I know this. Soon as something go by my house, I'm squirreling. I'm looking out the window to see what it is. So whatever noise is passing me, I want to see what it is. Soon as a notification comes up on my phone, I want to see what it is. I can't stand those notifications being there. I squirrel so quickly, so easily. So I can't get things done. And I don't remember half the thing. I have to write everything down, because if I don't write it down, I'm not going to remember it, because something has distracted me so easily. And you wonder, here I am, 61 years old. Not 61, yeah, I'm 61 years old. And how did I get this far with this problem? And one thing I can say, guys, I have a true passion for being there for my family and taking care of my family. I have a true passion for that. So I have compensated for the problems that I have. You know, I got to say, as far as I've come, I'm truly blessed, because to be raised by a parent who could not speak. My mom was an alcoholic. My mom, I can remember, it was terrible. I mean, but she couldn't help it. You know, when people have a disease like that, they can't help it. So I'm so grateful to be where I am, because I barely finished high school. I remember when I graduated from high school, not knowing who was going to take care of my son in order for me to get through the 12th grade. Even with band, I was in band. And I remember asking my neighbors if they would help me take care. So they did. They all pitched in. Different neighbors pitched in to help me take care of my son. And I'm so grateful, because it does take a village. Otherwise, I want to finish high school. It was a struggle for me. Can you imagine? I had the problem. Then I got a baby. I'm young, but with a child. But I got through it. And here I am now, 61 years old. So don't question yourself if you have a situation like this going on. I guess we have to compensate for the things that we fall short on. So I fall short on that. But I compensate for my passion for doing the things that I love and enjoy. And what I love most is helping people. I love helping people. I love helping to bless lives. And in order for me to be successful, even in my Scentsy business, even when I worked in insurance, the passion that I have for helping people has overly compensated for my shortcomings. Because, you know, even though I squirrel so much and I forget half of the things that I said, half of the things that I've done, and a lot of people say, well, I can't believe you don't remember that, because I just have a terrible memory. I really do. But what I can say is that I love what I do. And I've been able to compensate for my shortcomings because I love what I do. So if I can be successful at being a Scentsy consultant with all of these struggles that I face, anybody can do this. This is a real struggle that I face, guys. It's a real struggle to not remember half of the things that you've done. and don't remember where you need to go back to, and don't like to read because you're not going to remember what you read, that's a real struggle for me. Like, how do you learn? So I have to find another way to learn, through videos, through listening and listening over and over and over, and have to play it back over and over and over and over and over. But because this business is easy enough for somebody like me to be successful. And I've heard people talk about the times that they feel like something's too hard or whatever. And I'm thinking they don't really even know the real struggle. When you have a real struggle with remembering things. Like, for example, I'll give you another example. When people come to me and ask me about a certain name or fragrance, I won't remember. I'm not going to remember. Same thing with a warmer. I'm not going to remember. When my team members come to me and they ask me a question about something, I don't have the answer. And it's not because it's truly that, I mean, it's really, yeah, I don't remember. But I know where to find things. If it's something that I need, I know where to go get it. I know where the resources are, but I'm not going to remember the things that they may ask me. And you wonder, how in the world can somebody be successful? But I have been successful, even though I don't remember a lot of things. But I know and realize that there's a problem that I have personally, but I find a way to compensate for that. And a lot of us go through things. A lot of us have fear, or a lot of us have something going on that will probably hold us back in some way. But that was fear at one time for me, but I don't have the fear anymore. But I still have this attention deficit that's not going to go away. But I just find ways to compensate for that. And again, giving back to others, giving back to people, to my team members, to my customers, that has truly, truly helped me to overcome my shortcomings. So for those of you, when you come to me and you ask me about something, even when it comes to people, I'm not going to remember. I remember faces, but I don't remember names. That I just don't. And that's part of my condition, that I don't and I won't remember a name. Unless it's a name that's associated with something that's close to me, or something that I can associate with, that may help me. But otherwise, I'm not going to remember. It's just part of my condition. I just wanted to explain it to you guys so you can know a little bit about me. And even though I have these struggles, I still find ways to be successful. So I remember a friend saying, you don't have to be perfect to be powerful. All you have to have in you is passion. And I have passion for what I do, passion for helping people, blessing lives. That's what I have. And a lot of people rely on me for training, and a lot of people rely on me for a lot of things. And they don't even know I have this problem. And I really have a real problem. And that's an attention deficit. And a lot of us face that. And I'm a hot mess. I really am a hot mess. And it may seem like I got my act together, but I don't. I don't have my act together. Anybody that know me, who's close to me, know I don't have my act together. All those people who's close to me know that. But I do the best I can do. And that's all you can do, is do the best you can do. And be the best person you can ever be. That's all you can be. And just try not to worry about what others think. Just do the best you can do. And you're going to be successful. Okay, guys. Love you.